Okay.
How's work?
Oh, pretty good. It's work.
Still doing the same thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Transport?
yeah. Yeah, good times.
Really?
No.
No?
Yeah, see ya. Debbie Sue, welcome in. Hello. Good morning. Or evening. Um, I just pulled out here quick because we're going to have an awesome sunset, it looks like. And clouds are going to light up. I tell you what. Yeah. What's up, Jesse Journals? Yeah, it looked like we would have a nice sunset tonight, so I just got off work. I'm not on vacation anymore, dang it. So, do a sunset from the porch. Sunset and chat, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Yeah, Debbie Sue, the sun here is setting in 1 minute. Can't see it because I got a neighborhood blocking it. Wow, East Coast action. Ugh. I need to get out there one day. Hey Jesse, thanks for the awesome comment, or the awesome 2 comments on my new video. Comments like that really give me motivation to keep doing this. Well, I mean, I'm not going to stop doing this. But comments like that are, it's hard to put in words how much I appreciate them. I'll tell you what. Thank you. Yes, yes. And I very much enjoy making those videos. It's a lot of work, like versus camping, like recording and camping, just like doubles the work. But I don't have many camp chores though because the truck's all set up. She's ready to rock. Oh, thanks, Debbie Sue. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. But you know, I don't ever want to make people feel obligated to watch my videos. Like that's why I don't do premieres. Like just I'll put out video, you watch it when you have time, you know. But I don't know, maybe eventually I'll do premieres. I've just been always weird like that. Like I don't want to force my stuff on anybody, you know. Yeah, the editing is it's a challenge. I mean, at first it took me forever. And now it's almost a breeze, but every video I do more and more cuts. Like I think the last video I did had just under 1,000 cuts. So yeah, that's a lot of editing for sure. But I enjoy the editing time. After a couple hours, I gotta take a break because, yeah. if I, if I stare at that screen too long, I'll just start getting grumpy. Thanks, Debbie Sue. I try my best to make them watchable. It's cool too. Like if you watch my first truck camping video versus like one of the latest ones, it's night and day difference almost. Because the first one, I was just an idiot with the phone who didn't know what he was doing, and yeah, I think like my butt crack was showing like for a couple scenes. Yeah, like Jesse, the first one was probably like only 150 cuts or so, and now especially with my campfire montages, when I make the lights dance around, that adds tons of cuts. Like sometimes in my campfire montages, in 5 seconds, I'll have 30 clips, more like 10, like 30 clips in about 10 seconds when I do the dancing lights. Yeah, that's always fun to watch though. Yeah, Debbie Sue, I'm not sure if my butt crack was showing, but I know my boxers were hanging out for a lot of the times when I was bent over by the campfire and stuff. I didn't even think to edit it out back then. Definitely my favorite part of when I'm editing the videos is the campfire montage segment. I probably film each campfire. I film like 50 clips of me by the fire. Some of them don't even make it. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun work. That dang old sun is sure looking beautiful. It's a lot more orange than the camera is showing, but it still looks good. And as you can see, there's actually trees in this particular naturescape. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, our house faces directly west, like on the line. It's pretty cool. But as far as sunrises in the backyard, we have a fairly sized backyard, but there's two houses crunched up right next to the fence. So I usually don't get very good sunrises out in these parts. That's if I wake up early enough on a Saturday, I could go down to the river. Right, Debbie? I'm starting to see orange. Like if you see in that house on the right behind those trees, you can see some orange in there. I predict this sky is going to light up very orange here in the next 10 minutes or so. Neighborhood hoodlums coming by.
I don't crash my nigga.
Pardon the language. Oh man. Well, white kids walking by saying the N-word like they're gangsters. Yeah. Try that. Try that in the real neighborhood, guys. You're not hard. What's up, Mac Movement? We just had some hoodlums come by talking tough. You know, I've always, before I moved out here, I always lived in very diverse neighborhoods. And kids like that would like walk around and say the N-word like they were gangsters, that wouldn't fly in neighborhoods that I grew up in. Yeah. How you been, Mac? I'm glad you dropped by to see this beautiful sunset. The colors are really starting to pop out here, I'll tell you what. Sheesh. What up, Nicole's Journey? How are you? Welcome to the beautiful High Plains sunset from my porch. I'm not camping, but I am camping on the porch for a little bit to watch this sunset, I tell you what. Yeah. Maybe I'll start doing because I notice not many people live stream on Tuesdays. Maybe I'll start doing like a Tuesday night live. I'm trying, maybe, I don't know. Because like I'm not going to be able to stream from the camp. Because a lot of times I don't have service, or service that's good. So maybe, I don't know. I usually don't have much going on Tuesday nights unless I work late. So maybe we can start up, you know, Tuesdays on the porch, or like I'll light up a fire in the backyard or something. Yeah. And as the source would say, we've got 7 million people in here and 6 million likes right now, I'll tell you what. Wow. I don't know if you guys saw, I just hit 2,000 subs the other day. Now, most of that is organic. I did... Hang on, let me wait for this card. I will admit, I did... So, a few weeks back, I made a channel preview video, and I did some YouTube advertising on that. Now, that gained... I looked, and that gave me about 400 subscribers, but the rest, that other 1,600, is completely organic. Are you serious, Debbie? No way. Holy shnikey, she couldn't have... Oh. Dang. I was just getting to know that channel, so I don't know any kind of situation that's going on with her, like if she had health issues, but that is super sad to hear. That dude does not deserve that. He's like the most upbeat fella on the internet. Sheesh. That's very sad. Man. Well, dang. Yeah, Jesse, thank you. I'm still sad about the source's wife. But getting back to... that just made me sad. But getting back to the 2,000 subs. Yes, so the other 1,600 was completely organic. A lot of those came from shorts I put out, and the shorts people don't watch the long videos. So that kind of hurt the channel. So I'm not going to do as many shorts as I did at first. But that still brings in subs, I guess. But all the subs from the shorts were organic subs. And then, so yeah, 400 from YouTube advertising. The other 1,600 completely organic. Oh, that's sad, Debbie. So yeah, she probably got some sepsis. And... Jeez. But so with that, tomorrow I should be at 1,700 hours or 2,700 hours of watch time. So I'm getting excited. That's why I've been doing so many lives lately. I'm making a big push. I'm getting excited to hit that 3K. And then at this pace, I'll hit 4K well before my 365 days are up. So I'm super stoked. Super stoked. And I want to thank anybody who's in here watching. I hope you're liking this beautiful sunset. Look at that. It's actually showing up really, really close to what it looks like in person on camera right now. Yeah, Jesse, and yeah, YouTube's about a week behind, so I've been averaging anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a day the last week or so. So that, I mean, by this time next week, I should be pretty darn close to 3,000. Nice. Yep, High Plains sunset. And as you can see, we do, in fact, have trees in this region. Yeah, the buds are just about to pop the leaves. In fact, for work, I went to Denver today, and there's cherry blossoms all over. They're saying we're getting those blossoms are coming about 3 weeks earlier. We're getting those blossoms 3 weeks earlier than usual, which is insane. It's been such a mild and dry winter, I tell you what. Sheesh. Yeah. Beautiful naturescapes. This would be an epic sunset at a lake right now, but you know I gotta work, so I can't go camping every day, I tell you what. Sheesh. Oh, and Debbie Sue, I can't wait for those trees to start popping leaves on your property. That is an awesome spot you got there. That's like a dream location, I tell you what. Got the little creek down there. Got a hill full of trees. Yeah, right, Jesse. I wish I could just go camping every day. Well, and spend more time with the family, of course. I would do like 3 nights camping, 1 day with the family, then another 3 nights camping. Just kidding. I do. What's up? The Nicole's 13. Do you say, is it Nichols or Nicole's? I don't know where to enunciate it. So I was thinking, like, nickel. Like nickel or Nicole? Nickel. I'm gonna guess nickel. The Nichols would be my guess anyway. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah. So in front of my face, the sky is a much, much darker red than you're seeing. Much darker. Yeah. Nicole's. Okay. So like Nick, it's not nickel. It's Nicole. All right. So you enunciate the I, Nicole's. Cool. That was my first. That's how I always read it in my head whenever I saw it. But you never know, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I saw your support channel drop in. Nice. Appreciate y'all. Sweet. So most of the people I've seen in here, yeah, I'm pretty consistent on watching your videos. Uh, Nicole's, I'll throw on one of your playlists after I stream. And Jesse, I've gone through quite a fair share of your playlist. I'll keep going on that. Simply Debbie Sue, every time a video of yours comes out, I watch it like right away. Yeah, I've gotten hooked on your face and your videos. Some say Nicholas. There's definitely no A in there. Awesome, thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but just the awesome people I've met on Tuber Chat, it just blows me away. Like, wow, I never thought I'd come across a group like that, because anyone who's been around the internet knows it is a very savage area. And I'm grateful for all the people I've met along the way. And even when I do get monetized, I'm gonna keep going there. I'm gonna be one of the ones that keeps going there and supporting the smaller YouTube channels. I've always loved supporting the smaller channels, and it's so nice to finally find a place that is consistent on that, and all the people in there are so awesome. Heck yeah, Stephen Wire, what's up, brother? You did. You're catching a sunset. Sorry I'm not camping, I'll tell you what. But, yeah, we're out. We're outside. Nice and warm. It's still like 63 degrees right now. It's supposed to be like 87 tomorrow. Yeah, Jesse, you seem like you've been there for quite a while. Aren't you a mod in there? I may be mistaken. I think you are. Nice, Jesse. Yeah, I had no idea how much the lives would help the channel, but in just the last week and a half I've been doing them, they've gotten me a lot of watch hours, a lot. Well, that's cool, Jesse. Well, that makes me honored that you're actually watching my live. I tell you what. And see a new guy come in there, like, but I figured, if you spread the support, like it says in the description, give more than you expect to receive, and that's what I've been doing. And pretty much all day, I'm running a playlist on my tablet. All night, I'll run a different one, and then on my phone, when it's at night, I'll run a playlist on there. And sometimes on the TV, when the wife's not watching, I'll throw some stuff on. And then my boy Stephen Wire, I love running his traffic sequence. Yeah, I'll throw that on a lot. And sweet, well, thanks for stopping in, Jesse. I really appreciate it, I'll tell you what. Stephen Wire, so Yeah, I mean, most of my subscribers are from shorts. I was explaining earlier, like all my subs are organic except for like the 450 I got from doing YouTube advertising on my High Plains Camper preview video I did a couple weeks ago. Um, but yeah, the shorts people just don't watch the long format videos. I mean, they make your subscriber count look nice, but I would assume it hurts your channel when the majority of those people aren't watching your full videos. So I don't know how I feel about shorts. I think I'm gonna take a little break from them and see if YouTube starts pushing my other stuff more. Because shorts do absolutely nothing for me except, drive subscribers that don't watch my videos. I hear you there, Mac. Like, yeah, my first truck camping video, like 4 months after it came out, it got a big push. That's the only weird thing I've seen so far. But other than that, when I put out my camping video for like 4 days, it'll do good, and then it'll just drop off. Nothing. Yeah, that's right, Stephen War. I agree. Because I mean, some of those are still going to get the notifications, and maybe if they get enough, they'll eventually check out a video. But yeah, I'm still learning this live thing. Like, I haven't scheduled one yet, so I don't know. I just go on randomly when I have time. Because my work schedule is a flex work schedule, so I never know. Like, I know the night before what time I work the next day, and sometimes I get screwed over and I stay late. Other times I get off early. But yeah, I work anywhere from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day, so. But, I don't do the same thing every day. It's a good job. Sweet. That's interesting, Stephen. Why are that? So you're saying the shorts helped your long format videos too? That's cool. How did I get here? Like that, uh, who sings that? Talking Heads. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? That's good. I guess any traffic is good traffic. Even the shorts, more exposure and whatnot. Yeah, just trying not to fall into the rabbit hole of worrying too much about that. I think eventually, like, my passion for this will start to show pretty well, and anyone who gives me a chance will appreciate it and be consistent on it. Yeah. The light is fading, I'll tell you what. It's my favorite part of the day. As I get older, sunrises are becoming another favorite part of my day, because I used to sleep through all of those. Yeah, not so much anymore. Like, even in my vacation, most days I was up at 6, 5 or 6. Hope y'all are enjoying the sunset. It's almost done. She is setting. pretty good traffic here usual. This is one of the busier streets in town. This road goes from Main Street down to there's a few apartment complexes to the north of me. And then during fair season, the county fair is like half a mile away from here, so that's always fun. Yeah. Small town shenanigans, I guess. I mean, when the traffic's dying down, bird chirping sounds very beautiful. Lots of little birdies. Let's see what else. My Grand Canyon tour video will drop Thursday, 4 o'clock Mountain Time, so that'll be 2 o'clock on the East Coast. 6 o'clock somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. I would do a beer taste test for y'all, but I gotta work early tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have a beer tonight. Yeah. I think that's about all I have to say about that. Just kicking back, enjoying the last of the light fading on the horizon. We'll keep the stream going until it's gone. I might not say much unless any of y'all have any questions and whatnot. Nice, Debbie. So, at your place, do you guys get 360 views, sunset and sunrise? I did notice you have a lot of hills, so a lot of that probably gets blocked certain times of the year and whatnot. But I mean, if you saw the sunset at your place tonight, you're getting double sunset action. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Sheesh. Can't get mad at that. Yeah. From the East Coast to the High Plains. Sunset action. Life is good. Oh, another update. I cut off all my hair. I went clean shaven. So not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, you'll see my ugly face without a beard on it. Yeah. I just decided, into my vacation, I was just gonna give myself a trim, and I cut a little too deep, so I just decided to buzz it all and start fresh. Yeah, I figured, Debbie. I mean, the mountains are definitely beautiful, but 'cause I lived on the Front Range of Denver for almost 20 years. You just didn't get the sunsets over there because the mountains block it. We did have some good sunrises out here, or out there, but out here you get 360, sunrise to sunset, nothing but beautiful. Yeah, Debbie, just to warn you, I do look a little scary without hair, in my opinion. I think when I was brushing my teeth this morning, I looked in the mirror and it might have cracked a bit. Yeah, I was like, oh, what's wrong with your face? Oh, sheesh. But, yeah, so I made a boo-boo when I was trimming. So you guys will see a clean-shaven High Plains camper for hopefully only 1 or 2 videos, because I'm immediately letting it grow back out. I'll tell you what. I forgot to turn my notification ding down on my phone camera before I did this. Dang it. It's so unprofessional. Yeah, either that or I made it excited. I make the mirror more excited than my wife. Sheesh. Fancy. Very true, Stephen Wire, especially when you lose the beard. Now, my beard has always been very patchy. In fact, I couldn't even really grow a full beard till I was like 30. Late bloomer. But, yeah, I mean, I definitely screamed and acted disgusted after I saw my clean shaven face, I'll tell you what. So you can't blame them. You can't blame them. But a little hint, like if you notice a girl changes her hair, don't give her a compliment. Uh, Instead, give her some skepticism. Like, I liked it the other way. See what she says. Oh, sheesh. That actually happened at work not too long ago. One of my I didn't say it. My coworker did. I was like, hey, that's a good idea. Do the opposite of what they want to hear. Because some girls like that. You're just mean. Well, maybe give them a dose of their own medicine. I tell you what. Sheesh. Oh, speaking of that, I'm so glad I met my wife before, like, the whole online dating nonsense. Because I guarantee I would not fare well with that. That does not sound fun. It's more like kind of like a contest now. Like, who can win the girl over the phone. Right, Stephen Wire? Yeah, I can peel out anytime I want, I tell you what. Sheesh. I did think, when I have the later days at work, like 9, I could get out for a trip. Just wake up at the crack of dawn and go to work. Jesse's back. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Dang, dogs are barking. You guys saw me go on the porch. You know I'm out here. I'm not the mailman. Sheesh. Yeah. Well, thanks, Stephen Wire. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah. I've always tried not to go too deep into the rabbit hole of the analytics. Because, but I catch myself doing it all the time. Dang trolls. I've only had a handful of trolls in my comment sections. Don't even bother me. Alright. I mean, the trolls will send traffic to your channel. Regardless of their opinion. Yeah. Well, that's cool, Stephen Wire. I'd assume you're getting pretty close to like some pretty good hours if you're running that 24/7. Just curious, Stephen Wire, how long have you been doing it? What's up, Okies? Sheesh, that is a nice view, I tell you what. Yeah, there was some red popping in there earlier. Now it is purple now. That is straight purple sky. So without an orange hue on the bottom. Sheesh, that one video got 2,500 hours. Dang. Wow. YouTube is such a weird animal, man. Maybe there was like a keyword that you put in the title that, you know, just made it explode or something. Who knows? The Coles are back. What's going on, both of y'alls? Well, you've probably been here the whole time. Sheesh. Okay, so you've been doing that since the end of January. Nice. You just started streaming and never stopped, huh? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen, I remember talking to you about that in one of your streams. Like you want to eventually move on to something else besides that. I'm looking forward to whatever comes, man. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. But as you can see, it is now that the weather is warmed up out here. Well, I mean, it's been warm all winter. But yeah, the crackhead traffic is exploding. Dang crackheads at the Sterling. Sheesh. I wish I lived somewhere where there weren't crackheads. But pretty much anywhere you go these days has them. Dang it. Thanks, Okies. A classic High Plains sunrise. Or sunrise? That's a sunset. Gosh, get your times of the day right, bud. My goodness, High Plains. I didn't even know it was a sunset. I thought it was a sunrise. But Okies, you got some epic sunrises. I think that's why I said sunrise. Because yours are awesome. How are the sunsets at your place? I assume they're just as good. But I know I've caught several of your sunrises. And they're very inspirational indeed, I tell you what. Sheesh. I know I used to say sheesh a lot. Now that Oki's pointed it out, I think it's like my trademark saying now. Dang it. Besides, dang it. Yeah. Gee, someone's beating their dog across the street. And call animal control, I tell you what. Just slow moving ambulances. Dang it. Oh, I've heard Okies. But you seem like you live in a, I don't know. I would assume with that property you live in a little more rural area out there. But I could imagine, I can just picture the driving by a trailer park in Oklahoma, you can just instantly smell meth. Yeah. Not that I know what meth smells like, but most trailer parks. I'm not dogging on trailer parks. I'm just saying there's especially in Oklahoma, there's probably lots of meth in those ones. Yeah. Good sunsets in the summer, nice. Jody's in the house. What is going on? Welcome in. You are currently catching the tail end of a beautiful sunset on the High Plains. Unfortunately, I'm not camping because I do have a full-time job Monday through Friday with weekends and holidays off. But regardless, we are outside watching a sunset on this beautiful spring evening here on the High Plains. I tell you what! Yeah. Okay, Okies. Yeah, this place where I live, it's really weird. Like you have some patches, like my neighbors all around me are awesome, but then you'll have like three houses in a row that are like rented out by tweakers and crackheads. And then most of this town is like, you know, retirement age folks, just, happy. If we would have done more research when we were looking for houses out here, we definitely wouldn't have moved to this part of town. There's not many places to choose out here, but a little more south of here is where it seems to be more peaceful. a lot more friendly people. But like I said, our immediate surrounding neighbors are pretty awesome. We just had a new guy move across the street. That house you see there with the light on the left window. I haven't met him yet, but I'll go introduce myself one of these days. Jody, you didn't have nice neighbors? Dang. I mean, who would not want to be nice to you, dang it? Sheesh. I thought everyone up there in the Midwest was nice. I guess that's not true. Or did you move up to the Midwest from where you were before? I don't think so. I think you're from the Midwest. Just because of that accent you have, I tell you what. And by the way, Jody, I just discovered your other channel, which I did not know existed. I'm not very good at looking at people's descriptions and whatnot. So yeah, shot on over to that channel. Cool to see, cool to see. Moved back to Michigan, okay. So that makes sense. So you moved back to the friendly location. There's a little bunny rabbit in my driveway. You won't be able to see it because you can't see down there anymore. Dang it. Sheesh. Thanks, Jody. It's always been a passion of mine. And probably for about 10 years, probably more, I've been wanting to make videos of my adventures. But I just never, put the effort in and had the time. And now I'm finally doing it. And, I'm kind of glad I waited because, I'm at the perfect age to where I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot. So when I was younger, I did some pretty questionable things, I'll tell you what. And in fact, if you watch my 5 or 6 day backpacking trip, I actually recorded that 6 years ago now, but I edited it right after I started this channel last year. But so that shows me 6 years ago. I was mature at that time. I had a little more grit. But yeah, when my wife had surgery earlier last year, I found all that footage and I just edited that footage into 5 parts. But the only thing is it did not take place on the high plains. So I don't know if anybody would watch that because it is not high plains camping. It is mountain backpacking, I tell you what. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, that purple is pretty whack. It is quickly fading, I tell you. Oh, you got a bunch of footage you recorded and never edited, Jody? That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea, how good it would be, because I recorded it and then just forgot about it. But looking back at that footage I did, I remember I got my inspiration from a lot of backpacking channels, because that was a solo backpacking trip. And I was watching tons of outdoor channels, and you can just tell how much effort I put into that. I didn't have a tripod. I just set my phone where I could. There you go, Stephen Wire. There's a ambulance for you. Dang, I should have shot my phone at it. Dang it. Yeah, the fire station and police station are 3 blocks over from my house. Which is kind of odd how there's so many crackheads in this area. You know, cops don't really do anything about crackheads anymore. Oh, let me get this one for you. All right, that was for you, Stephen Wire. Just for you, brother. Had to check to make sure that wasn't you, your stream. Nice. Oh, I'm dropping phones and whatnot. There we go. Yeah. Just look at that color. Just look at it. Wow. It is fading fast. How about that made you excited? No, Stephen Wire, I think I told you, but I was out camping and running your stream not too long ago, just sitting by the fire, and an ambulance went by on your stream. I thought it was out in the middle of nowhere where I was, and it scared the bejeebus out of me. Holy shnikes. I was like, there's no way there's a siren that close out here. And so for a split second, I was freaking out. Dang it. And Stephen Wire almost gave me a heart attack with his ambulance in his live stream. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially since I'm doing such sketchy activities out on the high plains, like tasting beers and whatnot. Yeah, and cops are after me. The most freaked out I got was actually on my Halloween special I did back in October. I got freaked out a couple times because I kept hearing weird freaking rumbling sounds. And then there must have been like a mountain lion or a bobcat super close who screamed at me. I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. And then after I went in the truck, a freaking helicopter flied over me with its lights off. It wasn't more than 100 feet above my truck. It even had its wing lights off. Like there was a couple flashing lights on like the tail, but there was no indicator lights on. They were totally blacked out, flying over my truck. It's like, you guys don't think I can hear you? Dang. Oh, that's a good explanation of why it freaked me out. Yeah. Who knows what's going on over that hill. I mean, some places I can see for miles, but that particular spot, I think, which spot was it? I think I was at a spot where I could see pretty far around me. I think it was one of the abandoned house spots. I don't remember. I've done so many trips here in the last few months. Yeah. There's definitely you can definitely see a star out there. That could be, I guess that could be a planet too. It's something in the sky that's not of this earth, I tell you what. Anyways, light's fading. And I've been on for about an hour now. I just want to get out here and show you all the beautiful sunset. And it's time for the kiddo to go to bed, so I'm going to go in there and say goodnight to her. I got to pack my lunch for work tomorrow. I do want to thank you all for stopping in the stream, I'll tell you what. And like always, You wear your seatbelts. You be good to yourselves. You be good to each other. And y'all take care. All right? Thank you, Debbie Sue. Goodbye. Goodbye.